You're right. It's all kind of upside down, to say the least. Absolutely right there. Okay, Nathan, I understand that you have certain types of guidelines to follow when you are representing this particular church, and so that people really truly understand that it's not for recreation and it's not an excuse to use recreational marijuana, but it truly is a sacrament. How, especially in Ohio, don't you have a lot of people who kind of look at you kind of funny and go, "Yeah, right"?
Yeah, there are a lot of people that look at me funny, but then once they start talking to me, they get to realize that, wow, what this guy's saying makes a lot of sense. And I encourage people not to take my word for it, but to look it up for themselves. I mean, that's how I found out about it. I'm not one to just trust anyone's word blindly, you know? And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people do here in America. They fail to do the research themselves. And once you start, digging back through history, it screams at you. So, I mean...
Okay, so how much different... Go ahead, Carey.
No, I was just saying, it's so true. It's just such a true statement.
I mean, please.
So how much difference
look it up.
Is your ceremony? If I came to your church, I mean, would I be sitting down reading the Bible, smoking a joint, and chilling, or is it something that you tell us, share with us, please?
No, you wouldn't be just sitting around chilling, reading the Bible, smoking a joint. A lot of times we won't even pick up a Bible. A lot of times it's just open discussion. A lot of times it's just open discussion. I mean, we welcome everybody. I mean, I don't care if you're a Muslim, if you're a Jew, if you're an atheist. I believe that if you're born, you're alive, you're a human being here on planet Earth, that it is your right to partake of any plant that is on this earth. I mean, I consider them all sacraments. They were all created by God, and they were all to be received in the spirit of thanksgiving.
True, because each has its own gift.
Yeah.
And certainly cannabis was never meant to be bastardized like the government's done to it.
Oh, it shouldn't have been, but I believe there's certain parts of the Bible that even speak about its prohibition. Like the cornerstone that's been rejected. And I mean, the holy anointing oil is the cornerstone of the Hebrew faith, and it's been rejected by many. And, with cannabis being the main part of that.
Yep. And the rejection of it has cost us dearly. We've destroyed the planet because of it.
Oh, absolutely.
It destroyed the planet, ruined just millions and millions of productive citizens' lives that are about as criminal as as an old lady walking down the street walking her dog. I mean, it's insane.
Well, one thing that is also insane is how money operates and makes the world go around. And because it does make the world go around, we have to stop and pay our bills here. But when we come back, we're going to be talking a whole lot more about the uses of this wonderful plant and sacramental religious services here at Time for Hemp.
Freedom Files, weekdays, Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Central.
On American Freedom Radio.
Well, now, chocolate cake makes my poor stomach ache, and all those pills are too much for me to take. I don't like cocaine 'cause it makes me all uptight, but coffee and reefer makes me feel alright.
Yeah, big coffee and reefer does make me feel alright.
Going 5 days
I take off my day, to say the least. And tonight we are talking about the use of marijuana as a sacrament to have a divine communication with you and your creator. On the program, my joint hosts, Carey Burns, who puts together a groovy program called Cannabis Corner, found on YouTube, is my joint host, and we are talking with a hardworking activist and a member of the THC ministry, Nathan Lester. Now, Nathan, I noticed in the brochure it says to become a member, you must be over 21, so I guess you can't have any kids there at the church. That keeps your, at least those legal problems away from you in that bay, and must affirm that you will use cannabis sincerely as part of a religious practice and method of worship. Good manners and respect are proof of sincerity of this. Members use sacramental cannabis responsibly for personal, private, and spiritual practice. And then it says member benefits. You provide the sincerity, and we provide the education and the tools to demonstrate your legitimacy. As a THC ministry, members will have a religious defense to prosecution for spiritual cannabis for the rest of their life. Is that true?
Yes, we do provide the information to give you a sound religious defense to prosecution. There's so much history involved in the sacramental use of cannabis throughout many different religions throughout the world. That's why we're a non-denominational, multi-faith organization. Like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if you're a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew, a Buddhist, Shinto. It doesn't matter. Somewhere throughout history, it's almost inevitable that you can find cannabis was used as a sacrament. And
okay.
The privacy is a big thing of it too. I mean, we wouldn't condone going out, walking up and down the street or in the middle of a public park, sitting around, a whole bunch of people passing a bong or a hookah. If it's done in private, there's no harm, no crime happening to anyone. For a crime to take place, physical injury must occur to a person or their property, and with the use of cannabis, that does not occur. It's not mandated that you smoke cannabis. There's a lot of people that use it medicinally that don't smoke it. You can use a vaporizer, you can ingest it. One of the things that I've read here, there was a recent Washington Post article where a doctor actually recommends that everyone, healthy or sick, should take approximately a fresh quarter-ounce bud clipped right off the plant and juice it with some carrots and make a drink with it every morning. And just to
really?
help them. Oh, yeah. Google the Washington Post and cannabis, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it. I have it saved somewhere on my computer. But, oh, yeah, it was amazing. Oh, the health benefits that it had.
That's one of the things I say is, cannabis is a great preventive medicine, and, I'm glad that a lot of people who are getting really sick are finding medicinal value, but the thing that needs to be happening, people need to be using this herb every day to keep them from getting sick.
Yeah, they should. It's been proven that active ingredients in cannabis will actually attack tumorous cells and flush them out of the body while putting a protective coating on healthy cells, keeping them healthy.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And the neat thing about
cannabis shake. I wonder what it tastes like.
Well, the neat thing about the cannabis shake is, or the cannabis juice, the drink, raw cannabis does not contain THC. It's a separate chemical called THCA that does not have any psychoactive properties and is not a controlled substance. It has to be chemically altered by heat to convert the THCA into THC, and that happens at 325 degrees. Then it gets vaporized around 340 degrees, and then I believe it's destroyed around 350 degrees. That's why you can use a vaporizer and still get the effects of smoking it without the harmful side effects of the smoke, because you're just getting the vapors. Whenever you're smoking that joint or that bowl, it's not the smoke that's getting you high. It's the hot air passing over the unburnt raw material, releasing the vapor into the smoke. But in that shake, there's no psychoactive properties, none whatsoever.
Boy, if hot air could get you high, Congress would be like so stoned all the time. Well, we've only got about a minute. So, well, true, huh? So, before we say goodbye, Nathan, is there an organization spotlight, URL you want to put a focus on?
Yeah, there's actually another organization I'd like to put a little bit of spotlight on. It's an organization called FIJA, Fully Informed Jury Association. One of the best ways that we, as a people, can end the prohibition of cannabis is to serve on a jury. I know people get those notices, oh, man, I got jury duty. Oh, what a bummer. No, for all you know, that could be one of your friends that's on trial for a cannabis charge. And
all righty then. Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate having you on as a guest. And Carey, is there a spotlight you want to show on a URL?
Just want to thank you for letting me co-host, and all the cannabis users out there. Keep the fight up. Freedomfiles.us. Visit the Cannabis Corner. Thank you so much, Casper. And best to Shane.
Yes, about an hour before the program started, I found out that Shane's got stage 4 cancer, and it blew me out of the water. He's one of my heroes. Again, we love you, Shane. This program was dedicated to you here at Time for Hemp.